You've been repeating affirmations for months, maybe years, and nothing's changed. That's because you're doing it wrong, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Hey, I'm Moumita Roy, PhD. I'm a spiritual teacher who uses Ayurvedic principles for healing, and I've spent years studying the mechanics of consciousness and manifestation. And here's what most people get catastrophically wrong. They're hoping their affirmations will make something happen, but hope is not creation. Assumption is? Neville Goddard, one of the most profound teachers on manifestation, made this distinction crystal clear. He didn't teach affirmations the way most people practice them. He taught assumption, and the difference between the two determines whether you manifest your desires or just waste your time. The brutal truth. When you repeat, I am wealthy while feeling broke, you're lying to yourself. Your subconscious knows it, your body knows it, and the universe knows it. That's not manifestation, that's denial with a spiritual label. Here's what Neville taught. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, not the words, the feeling, not the hope that it might happen, the assumption that it already has. Most people are affirming from a place of lack. They're saying, I am abundant because they feel the absence of abundance. They're saying, I am loved because they feel lonely. They're trying to use words to convince themselves of something they don't actually believe. That's backwards, and that's why it doesn't work. Hoping versus assuming, the critical difference. Hoping is future focused. I hope this works. I hope I get what I want. I hope the universe hears me. Hope lives in uncertainty. It's filled with doubt. It keeps your desire at arm's length, always in the future, always out of reach. Assuming is present focused. The law of assumption states that assuming your goals to be coming true will actually make them come true. You're not hoping for something to happen, you're living as though it already has. When you assume, you don't wait for evidence. You don't look for signs. You don't wonder if it's working. You know it's already done. The 3D reality just hasn't caught up yet. 5 mistakes that kill your manifestations. First mistake, repeating words without embodying the state. You're parroting affirmations while your entire being screams the opposite. Your subconscious doesn't respond to words, it responds to conviction. Second mistake, affirming while monitoring your physical reality for proof. You say, I am wealthy, then immediately check your bank account. That checking is an affirmation of lack, and it's louder than your words. Third mistake, treating manifestation like a negotiation with the universe. If I say this enough times, maybe the universe will give me what I want. That's begging, not creating. Fourth mistake, affirming from desperation rather than assumption. When you use affirmations, you should say them as if you're celebrating something that is already true, not mindlessly parroting them. Fifth mistake, waiting to feel worthy before you assume. You think you need to earn the right to claim your desire, but assumption requires no permission. It requires only decision. The framework for true assumption. Here's how to shift from hoping to assuming. Step 1. Identify what you actually want, not what you think you should want, not what sounds impressive. What would make you feel fulfilled right now? Step 2. Ask yourself what would be different if you already had it. Not what you would do, what you would feel. How would you move through the world? What would you no longer worry about? What would you take for granted? Step 3. Assume that identity now, not tomorrow, not when circumstances change, now. Once you've imagined the end and set the creative process in motion, the manifestation is secure, unless you completely abandon your desired state. This is what Neville called living in the end. You're not pretending. You're not faking it until you make it. You're recognizing that in consciousness, it's already done. The feeling is the secret. Words are not enough. You can repeat, I am successful 10,000 times. If you don't feel successful, nothing changes. The feeling is not necessarily an overwhelming emotion. It's simply a directed energy that can be so subtle you don't even notice it's there. It's not about forcing emotion. It's about assuming the naturalness of having your desire. When you truly have something, you don't walk around excited about it every minute. You just know it's yours. That knowing, that quiet certainty, that's the feeling you're cultivating. Aka, the Ayurvedic understanding. In Ayurveda, we understand that consciousness precedes form. Your mental and emotional state creates your physical experience. This isn't wishful thinking, it's spiritual mechanics. When you assume something to be true in consciousness, you align your energy with that reality. Your thoughts, decisions, and actions naturally flow from that assumption. You stop sabotaging yourself because you're no longer operating from lack. At World of Ayurveda, I teach people to work with their consciousness intentionally because your outer world is always reflecting your inner state, always. The practice of assumption. Before sleep, enter what Neville called the state akin to sleep, that drowsy state between waking and sleeping. In this state, your conscious mind relaxes its grip and your subconscious becomes receptive. Now imagine a scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled, not the desire itself, but something that would naturally happen after you already have it. If you want a relationship, imagine a friend congratulating you. If you want wealth, imagine checking your account and feeling satisfied. If you want health, imagine your doctor telling you everything is perfect. Make it real. See it, feel it, hear it. If you persist in your assumption, it will harden into fact. Then let it go. You don't need to think about it all day. You don't need to force it. You assumed it. It's done. What happens when you truly assume? When you shift from hoping to assuming, everything changes. You stop checking for evidence because you're not waiting for confirmation. You stop feeling desperate because you're not in lack. You stop forcing because you're not fighting reality. As your inner beliefs and assumptions shift in alignment with your affirmations, you begin to notice changes in your external circumstances. Opportunities, events, and people that support your desires start to appear. But here's the key. You notice them after the fact. You don't sit around watching for them. You're too busy living from your new assumption. The final truth. Affirmations without assumption are just noise. Words without conviction are empty. Hope without certainty is powerless. You're not trying to convince the universe of anything. You're not negotiating with reality. You're not hoping for permission to have what you want. You're assuming it's already yours. And when you assume something in consciousness with full conviction, the physical world has no choice but to reflect it. The challenge. Pick one desire. Just one. Stop affirming it. Stop hoping for it. Stop begging for it. Assume it's already done. Live from that assumption for 7 days. Not as a test to see if it works. As someone who knows it's already real. Notice what changes. Not in your circumstances, that comes later. In you, in how you move, how you think, how you respond to life. That shift is your evidence. Everything else follows. Stop affirming from lack. Start assuming from fulfillment. Stop hoping it might happen. Start knowing it already has. Your desires aren't out there waiting for you to earn them. They're already yours in consciousness. The only question is whether you're willing to claim them. Assume the wish fulfilled. Persist in that assumption and watch your world rearrange itself to match. That's not faith, that's law.